After the game, Lonzo, the word he used was that he said, or the phrase he used was that you guys split ways in the SC game. Did you see that at all? And if so, how do you guys kind of come back together after that?
I mean, I don't want to speak for Lonzo, obviously. I'm not sure what he was talking about with that, but I think it was just one of those things where we kind of dealt with some adversity, and instead of really coming together as a group like you want, we kind of went in our own little shells and got a little quiet as a team. I think that tends to happen sometimes with groups, when you're on the road, you're in a hostile environment, and you're just not playing the way you're used to playing. I think sometimes you want to take it on yourself and put it all on your own shoulders, and instead of relying on your teammates and being vocal that way, sometimes you can get so internalized and not talk about it. So I think that might have been what he was talking about, but I'm not sure.
Did the team meeting and a couple of days off maybe help refocus you guys a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. I kind of did. I kind of led that meeting and did the brunt of most of the talking. And this isn't a team that you need to really, we don't have to talk to each other a whole lot about what we have to do. We're all smart guys. We know what we have to do and how, what we're capable of. It was just kind of a reminder of, hey, we've hit a little slump here. We've hit a bump in the road, but stay confident. Stay confident in how we've gotten to this point, because it's not like we've changed personnel of who we got. We know who we have, the talent that we have. So I think just a reminder of reminding the young guys, reminding the vets of how talented we are and how confident we should be, and just trying to get back to what that was of just having fun and playing. I think that's what's going to help us moving forward.
How did that meeting go? Was it an extension of the post-game meetings that you guys usually have, or something different, or how did it go?
Yeah, the coaches came in and did their normal stuff of talking to us about the game, and it was pretty short. We didn't really need to hear a whole lot after that game. We knew what happened, but then afterwards, I just kind of waited and made sure nobody left and made sure the coaches weren't in the room, and just kind of talked to the guys, not really a formal thing, just kind of an informal conversation with the guys, letting everybody know they can bring whatever they need to bring to the table. If we got issues, we got issues, and there weren't any. It was more of a reminder to everybody to stay confident and just have fun.
Lonzo and TJ, I won't say they're in a slump, but they haven't played their best these last couple of games. Have you seen maybe the freshmen? I know that the college schedule is a little bit different than high school. Maybe is that catching up? I know you guys started early and didn't have much of a break. And is that maybe catching up with them a little bit?
Right. I don't know. I mean, I think they're such talented guys, and I don't think you're going to see them play the way they've played the last 2 weeks the rest of the year. I think there's a lot of tapes out, which they're not used to. You finally in college, this is the first time they've ever been scouted by their teams, I'm sure, like in depth. So now teams are starting to focus on different things. TJ gets doubled a little bit more in the post. Teams go zone to take away TJ in the post. People are guarding Lonzo in different ways. So they're smart guys, and we got smart guys around them that we can help them figure that stuff out. And it's just, like I said, it's all about us just having fun and being confident. I think we've kind of gotten away from that and put a little bit too much pressure on ourselves the last couple games.
I know in the past you guys have mentioned you want to get up about 30 three-point shots. In the first half against USC, only 5 attempts. Is there something you guys can do to attack that zone?
Yeah, we need to get it to the high post a lot more. There's a lot of openings that we just couldn't. We just for some reason didn't attack. They played a very extended 2-3 where they had 2 guys basically on Lonzo on the top, and then they were trying to take Isaac and I away on the wings. So the middle was wide open, and we just for some reason didn't get there. And then the second half we started to, and we started to score. So. But we had a ton of turnovers in that game, so a lot of different things led to us not being able to score against the zone.
What was the root of the turnovers, you think?
I think first of all, credit to them. They were very active with their hands. They got their hands on a lot of balls that I don't know if it was lazy passes or we weren't coming to the ball as a receiver, but credit to them. They did a great job of getting their hands on balls, but. Just sharpening up little things, making sure we're not lazy with our passes, making 2-handed passes instead of one, and just sharpening up little things like that.
You guys hadn't swept the mountain trip, hadn't won at Utah since you've been here, and now you have a chance to win at Washington State for the first time. Are those things important to you to kind of check off those boxes a little bit as you close your career here?
Yeah, there's only a few buildings I haven't won in my career, and Utah was one of them. Washington State's one of them. Arizona's one of them. So anytime you can go to a place, especially as a senior, it's your last time going to that place. You want to make sure it's a good feeling to leave that place with a win. especially if you haven't won there yet. And this is a place that we haven't played well at all in my 2 trips there. So we're definitely looking forward to the challenge, and they've been playing well, so we got to bring it.
That's not known as one of the Pac-12's best atmospheres. Does that maybe, Coach had mentioned about being lethargic in those 2 games, does that atmosphere maybe play into that, not being sharp as you normally are?
I don't know. I think, there's been atmospheres that we've played in where it hasn't been great, and, we've still played well over the years, and that's just for some reason that trip, we've played well at the Washington school, and we've won some games there, but that trip's just not been fun to us. So, I don't know. I think we're changing up where we're staying in the hotel. So, just trying to figure out different ways to keep us ready for that game, I guess.
Right. So, has Coach ever talked to you or the team about that Indiana team you played on 30 years ago that won national title and sort of what went into that?
He doesn't talk about us for that team as much, just because it was so long ago. The game was so different. But we talk a lot to Tyus about it. Tyus talks about his team a lot because it was more recent, and there's a lot of similarities between teams. So he doesn't really bring his team up much.
Coach talked about you guys were the first team to start Pac-12 play, and you really didn't have the bye week till now. How are you, and being a freshman, how are you holding up fatigue-wise?
I'm doing good. It was a good week of practice. I'm feeling good.
Isaac, do you feel like this break came at a good time for you guys?
Almost definitely. Like you said, it gives us time just to kick back and watch basketball and reflect on what needs to be done.
How many full days off did you get?
About two.
Okay. And this is for either one of you. A couple of losses in a row is something you haven't experienced this year. Can that maybe help you kind of refocus a little bit and maybe regain an edge in a way?
Yeah, I definitely think it'll help us get our edge back.
Yeah, most definitely. And it all starts on the end. So I think with that, it's going to really separate us this next couple of months.
Do you guys think that that team meeting was helpful as far as going forward and kind of thinking about the ways to go forward as a team?
No, yeah, it was really helpful. Guys had their own input, and yeah, it's something to build on.
TJ, Coach talked about how against the SC zone, the middle was kind of wide open, but you guys weren't able to get it in there. Why do you think that was? What were they doing to limit that?
I don't know if it was as much as them. I think it was a little bit us thinking too much, a little too much about it. They had us pushed out, and they had us doing stuff we were not used to. So we definitely just implement that in practice and learn from it.
Isaac, what kind of stories has Tyus shared with you about the 95 team in the time that you've been here?
He came and talked to us, and he just said that what they did was, they put a stamp on defense and, no easy buckets. And he called the paint the red zone. Mm-hmm. And they had a little, similar to what we had, a little team meeting, with just the players. And, he said no buckets in the red zone. And I think that's what we need to do, to go forward.
Isaac, you haven't won at Washington State. I don't think anybody on this team has. Is there things like that? Things that you kind of check off mentally that you want to do? I mean, you guys hadn't won at Utah. You hadn't swept that mountain trip, and now you guys are doing a lot of firsts this year. Are those things important to you?
Oh, very important. This is my last year, and got to go out with a bang. So I think these wins, will set that up for us.
What have it seems like they've been playing a little bit better of late. They've won 2 out of 3. What have you guys seen that they've been doing well recently?
They've been I think they scored about 90 last game, and so they've been scoring, and that's where we have to stop, prevent them from scoring and getting transition buckets. Yeah, that's about it.